recently I had somebody ask me about the pros and cons of having a home gym, you know, pros and cons of working out at home as instead of working out at the gym. You know, so, you know, there are pros and cons for sure, you know, and each person will find it a little different than another. You know, you have to kind of work with what motivates you. You know, what really makes you motivated? You know, what gets your ass off the couch and going, you know? And sometimes that's convenience. Sometimes that will do it. So in that case, a home gym is great because you can go into your little gym and do a short pump, you know, something easy. Maybe you can watch a television program or whatever. And I know that there's an Arnold Schwarzenegger video going around that says, oh yeah, you're either training or you're not. I totally disagree. You know, I get it. Yeah, you can be intense and all this kind of stupid shit. But the thing is that when I was a kid, you know, what used to get me in the garage was listening to music. You know, I'd have music on the radio and that would get me going. And then I'd get into the mood of energy and moving and dance, you know, and then it was easy for me to move as far as weight training, right? So whatever thing gets you moving is the best thing. So I don't agree with Arnold this way. I get what he's saying. Don't be distracted, you know, actually concentrate on what you're doing when you're there. Yeah, I get that. But it's nice to also have a little bit of a carrot to get you there in case you're having a laziness moment, right? Because being there and doing a few exercises is better than not being there at all. You know, that's the big thing that kills most people's training. They think all or nothing, otherwise I'm not freaking going, right? If you are having trouble with motivation in your training, chances are you are building it up way too much in your head and you're expecting way too much from yourself, and then you're not able to meet those expectations, and that's why you're skipping the gym, right? Doing a little is better than nothing. Like, it's 10 times better than nothing, maybe 100 times better than nothing. And that is what people underestimate, okay? So that's the big thing that helped me. So anyway, home gym versus, you know, normal gym. Home gym, you can go in there and do a little bit of nothing without traveling in the car, driving 15 minutes, finding a parking spot, going in there, you know, signing in and doing whatever, and then leaving, right? Now, that said, the gym I like a lot because when you go to the gym, you've got a certain amount of social network there. You know, you got people there to talk to. You might have some friends there. Maybe you don't. I don't know what kind of gym you work out at. Maybe you work out at the gym with a bunch of assholes. I don't know. But I'm pretty lucky the gym I work out at, I have a lot of people there that you could talk to, and they're pretty good people. And if you have a nice place like that, what happens is that the socializing kind of, you know, brings you out of your little cave and then allows you, you know, motivates you to go to the gym and get some activity going, because it's an activity you're sharing with friends or community. You know, so in that way, I found having a gym membership is better. It's nice to socialize. You know, so much about life, it has to do with networking and meeting people and having fun and sharing experiences and everything. And sometimes it's nice to do that in person instead of just on the internet all the time, right? I mean, I know we've got into this internet age where we don't even have to leave our couch and we still socialize, but it's not the same. It's not quite the same as, you know, shaking hands with a real physical person and really being there through a whole thing. And you're actually using your body, you're bringing your body there. You know, in spiritual circles, they call it grounding, you know, but it's a very nice process. So I found that working out in a gym, not only do you have better variation of equipment, but you have more variation of people. It's not just you. So you've got people to talk to and share ideas with and to watch, train, and, you know, vice versa, right? Maybe give you a spot, that kind of thing. Now, the great part about having both is when you have a home gym and a gym at you know, in your neighborhood or whatever, and you go to a gym, what happens is that you are able to do a workout, but say you couldn't finish off a body part or something, you can actually split your body parts in a couple times a day. So say you do chest and back in the morning and then you do some biceps at night or something, because you are motivated to do smaller workouts, and based on your schedule you can actually chop it up a bit, or you can do larger workouts in 2 different sessions, you know, so you take out the commute out of one of those sessions, right? So that's kind of a nice part about it, because when you are training twice a day, you can get burned out of the same environment, and it's nice to change the environment up. I noticed that's a great thing. I used to train at 2 different gyms, actually, not just a home gym, but I used to go to 2 different gyms back in the day, and it was just nice to kind of have different equipment, because each gym you'll have your favorite equipment there, right? So, you know, the limitations of home gym are pretty obvious unless you're loaded rich and you have lots of square footage and things, because, you know, a piece of equipment can cost you $2,000 or $3,000 if it's not free weights, you know. And sometimes it's nice to work out on a machine Say your stabilizer muscles in your lower back or hips or whatever are all burned out. You know, you've done lots of squats and deadlifts and whatever it is you've been doing. And sometimes it's nice then to take a break from those little, give those little muscles a break and then just work the big muscles like the lats or something, especially in bodybuilding sort of circles, right? You know, it's nice to do that. So that's where the gym comes in. They have a lot of different assister type of equipment, you know, things that you can actually do smaller workouts and work around injuries. You know, in my case, I have a home gym, but I just have free weights. And say if I have a lower back injury or something, or say it, you know, knock on wood, but say I had one, what would happen is, you know, most of my exercises I wouldn't be able to do except for bench press or something, because, you know, there's you know, lower back is necessary for almost every exercise when it comes down to back training and leg training anyway. So yeah, so the gym is nice to have for machines and things, you know. And the other thing is, the reason why I have a gym membership too is that I find it's a lot more, it's a lot nicer for the video. So when I'm making a video, there's more space, there's more color, you know, there's more variation. So you're not just seeing me do the same exercise every time, although you see it quite a bit. But I find that when I go to the gym, there's at least a few different places I can film, and it just is a nicer environment for videography, you know. And I have more space between me and the camera so I can set it up and get the shot that I want. Whereas at home, I can't really do that because there's only so much room in a garage, right? Yeah. So yeah, I thought that might be an interesting video to talk about anyway. And if you have any comments or questions or whatever, just put them down there, or any of your own experiences, just share them. All right. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.